I am Angel Veridiano and I do content creating when I can. I try to. I guess I'm a student, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend. I'm not different from the person I am in front of the camera, but I think what sets me different is that I don't really just talk about my personal life. You know, the things that are very personal to me, like family stuff and like all the relationships and all that things. I think that needs to be separated, like in order for me to not get evil-eyed or anything like that. Kasi when I first started, I really researched on like how I can, I don't want to waste time din kasi. So, how do I get X amount of subscribers and how to start YouTube and all that stuff. So, I learned that you kind of have to do the stuff that are searchable. So, basically, mga hauls, mga common videos that a lot of people already do in order for people to actually find you or for people to know who you are before you have something new to bring to the table. And I think as time progressed, I kind of tried to venture out into more different content. I obviously didn't want to do fashion most of the time. I kind of just parang naging gateway yung mga ganong videos at first. But I started to do like more feminist videos, or I would talk about like films, or I would like talk about like maybe TikToks, or I kind of try to insert some advocacy in the videos that I do now. So I think that's like one of the biggest changes. Seriously, I think it's the person that I am. Kasi even with other people then, I think that's also what sets them apart, because they are all very individual, different, unique people. I do fear being like other people. I think that's something that parang worries me if I ever get lost and try to do what everyone else is doing. But I think maybe that's what sets me apart, and in the same way that it also sets other women apart. I knew that I had something to say. I knew that I'm smart in my own way. Na I can talk about things that are important to me and all that stuff. But I guess along the way, I do realize then, I think I was very optimistic about my own beliefs. But then sometimes when you speak about things that you believe in, especially if you're a woman, people do get really mad, like really mad. I used to think that I would handle it so well, I'd be so cool at it. But then sometimes, it does kind of make me question myself sometimes. So parang, what if they are right? Or what if I am wrong? Or what if I should just stay quiet? And it's so much easier to do that. Knowing that the Philippines is a very conservative country, and majority of the country doesn't have like sex education or gender politics studies. Like, they don't have that stuff. And to be talking about that online is kind of a risk, since not a lot of people are really gonna agree with you. Because if you look at it way past like the algorithm that we have, you start to discover na there are people who really see things differently. I come to realize that there's so much more fulfillment in speaking up for what you want to speak up for. I definitely do feel the need to have my own opinions out there. And I honestly feel like once I try to be quote-unquote inauthentic, I guess, naluloka ako. Like, hindi ko kaya. I think nasa personality din ng tao na parang if it doesn't really sit well with you, it really will never sit well with you. I think people do get mad at women when, I think there's like, even Liza Soberano said something about that, na parang, they feel like if you're not this delicate, beautiful thing, then they automatically don't like you. People have such a huge problem with girls especially. And I do feel that na sometimes I do feel invalidated for the things that I speak about. People would get offended, or they would get mad at me, or they would send me hate comments. Like, sometimes they would even threaten that I should die, or they're gonna kill me. Like, it's that insane. And I kind of just like want to hide forever. I'm not saying the things I say for them naman kasi. I mean, syempre, I would love to to change their minds, and I would love to influence them and educate them in a way. But what's more important is the people who are already listening, and people who already care, and people who actually do need their voices amplified. So I think that's what's keeping me sane. I think I've become more empathetic. I actually wrote it down before I started YouTube na I will never reply to a hate comment or something unless I think it's worth it, or unless I can actually educate them. And one of the changes I would say is I think I have like a clear understanding of how the internet works, and in a way I would like to be, I think I have become more empathetic to what people see, because I understand that there are people who don't have access to certain types of information, or there are a bunch of things that, influence their points of view. And I try my best to just be a little bit more empathetic towards that. It's so easy to be caught up in such a privileged lifestyle, you're a content creator and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, like, you were also stupid at one point, and I have to realize that it's not really my job to make people realize everything, because I can only do so much. Okay, I read this question and I struggled because I was struggling to look for an inclusive way of defining a modern Filipino woman. I think that a modern Filipino woman is somebody who cares. As long as somebody is there to care and for a good purpose, I think that's what makes up for it. So when a Filipino cares, I think they do their best to actually really fight for the things they care about. Within the context that we have now, there are so many outlets that just prove how much energy women are willing to put into the things they care about. I think when you find security and power within yourself, that's when you can actually empower other people. What inspires me, or what empowers me the most, is the idea of the person that I want to become. I think I draw empowerment in the security of my intentions, my personality, and the things I believe in. Women support women as much as they can. Rights and wrongs. No, I'm kidding. Not rights and wrongs. But I think it's also important to just put out there that women empowerment calls for all types of women. Every single woman, every color, every genitalia, every type of woman. So yeah.